majestic mountains and the clearest of water is what Hawaii is known for, but hearing about it and watching it in videos is one thing, and experiencing it in real life is another. Hawaii has always been a place I've dreamed about, and a place that I hope one day I would visit. So when I did, my trip was surreal and it was everything that I would hope for. So I'm excited to take you with me on my journey in Hawaii. This was my first time and I want to share with you my experiences and hopefully help you guys out if you decide to plan a trip to Hawaii one day. If you are a first-time visitor to Hawaii, I do recommend staying in Oahu in Waikiki. It's tourist friendly with lots of information. I stayed at an Airbnb with my boyfriend Evan. It does get quite busy, so be prepared for large crowds, but the convenience of having so many shops around is a definite plus. If snorkeling is an activity that you want to try, Hanauma Bay is the beach to visit. This was my first time snorkeling and it was extremely beautiful. It can be intimidating at first if you've never been, but once you get used to it, you start to appreciate the beautiful aquatic ecosystems. So I haven't done much videotaping where I vlog myself, so I thought I should do it now after I got extremely sunburnt. Really hurts, but we're about to go to a rooftop dinner. This is what I'm wearing. It's loose fitting. It's actually pretty cute, but I'm also hurting pretty badly right now. The beach was not good to me today. I'm not hating it. I'm gonna let my hair down later. It's just wet. But we went to Leonard's Bakery today and we got some malasadas. I believe that's what it's called. I'm just gonna show you guys what it looks like. And let me tell you, this is probably the best dessert I've ever had. I'm not a big dessert person. I'm a savory person. I like chips, as you can see here. But we got the normal sugar ones and then we got the cinnamon ones, and Evan got the cream filled ones. I believe it was macadamia. We also got you can't go wrong with poke. So we have the spicy ahhh poke, we have the shoyu poke, and then I wanted to try something different, so I got the taco poke, which taco in Japanese means octopus. So I love the texture of octopus, so that's gonna be really good. Evan's been sick for a couple of days, but he's finally feeling better. And tomorrow we're just gonna stay in Waikiki. And yeah, it's been a pretty good day. Something I really appreciated about Waikiki was the local ice cream stand on the way to the beach. Not only do they serve ice cream, but they also have cooling beverages as well. The mall is also a beautiful place to walk through, as it is filled with beautiful greenery that still makes you feel like you're outside. This restaurant that we ate at is called Maui Brewing. In my own opinion, it was a very average place in terms of the food, but the beers were extremely tasty. So if you're looking for a casual drink and a nice scenery, this place would be great for that. However, if you're looking for more upscale or traditional Hawaiian food, this is not the place I would recommend. Every Friday, they would have fireworks at the Hilton Hotel, which is great for families and couples as well. You can sit by the beach and watch the sunset and surely enjoy the beautiful explosions of the fireworks. Later, the Hawaiian fire dancers, come out and showcase their beautiful yet dangerous talents that mesmerize the entire audience. Our next destination takes us to the beautiful Lanikai Beach. Lanikai Beach, it's known for its outstanding scenery, but the drive there is just as beautiful as the destination itself, and it was definitely extremely cool to drive through this tunnel that made you feel like you were going through a vortex. Now, if you're into hiking or fitness, I suggest researching various hiking trails. Hawaii is known for the beautiful trails that lead you to the most beautiful mountaintop views. Lanikai Beach has a hiking trail called the Lanikai Pillbox Hike. This is the hike that we decided to conquer, and the view at the top does not disappoint. But one thing I would strongly suggest is to bring lots of water, have correct hiking shoes, and even bring a hat. It was extremely hot up there and the sun was beaming down. The trail is not as easy as some would say, so it's better to be safe than sorry. But once you accomplish this hill and you look up at the view, it is just stunning and breathtaking, and it makes you envy the people who get to enjoy this beautiful scenery every single day. We had a solid day at Lanikai Beach, which was a more scenic beach. Evan enjoyed himself. This is the smart car we rented, and what's the app that we used? Turo. This was only, I think, about $30 a day, which is not bad, and we scored this sick parking spot that probably only this car could fit into. But now we're gonna go and eat. So if you've never had traditional Hawaiian food before, Helena's is definitely the more affordable route to go. I've never had authentic Polynesian food either, but Helena's was not only extremely affordable, but super filling. I found it really cool to actually eat onion with salt and like it. I ate a lot of it, but it was really delicious. The next beach we decided to visit was Waimanalo Beach Park. By far, this was my favorite beach to drive to. The route to get to the beach made me feel like I was in an enchanted forest with all the greenery surrounding the roads. There were also wild chickens and roosters running around, which I thought was pretty cool. When you reach the highway, the beautiful green mountain is breathtaking, along with the bluest waters you'll probably ever see, thus making the entire drive extremely picturesque. Hawaii unfortunately does have a prominent homelessness issue in some parts of the island, and Waimanalo Beach unfortunately has a high percentage of homeless locals. Therefore, theft can be a concern, so be attentive of where you keep your belongings. There will also be signs warning you of this as well. But once you make it to the main beach, it is absolutely stunning. It is a very secluded beach. There's only about 4 other people on the entire beach. It was so quiet and peaceful, we were able to take a nap for about an hour. After I woke up, I was so hot, and jumping in the water when no one else was in it was the best feeling. At one point, we thought it was going to rain, but we were struck with luck and experienced blue skies for the rest of the day. We drove for a while when Evan told me he was going to surprise me at this amazing lookout point. And man, was that view breathtaking. One promise I made myself prior to planning my trip to Hawaii was to ensure that I went to my first luau. Hawaii is rich in culture, and culture is a reason why I want to travel, to experience various cultures around the world, and I was able to do that and immerse myself in the Polynesian culture at the Diamond Head Luau. Each luau varies in price according to the location and duration of the luau. The Polynesian Cultural Center has the biggest luau that I know of, and it is a full-day luau. I believe they have a pig roast and everything. However, it is more expensive, so we settled for the Diamond Head Luau in Waikiki. It was not only close, but also allowed us to experience the cultural festivities of a luau. We got to drink out of pineapples that were filled with rum and pineapple juice, which is known as a Mai Tai. These things are strong, so please drink responsibly. Dinner was served buffet style and everything was homemade. We were able to watch them barbecue the kalbi and also cut up the fresh pineapple. Not only was the food good, but the sunsets was just out of this world. It was so beautiful that I just had to take a moment and just experience the sunset. We also got to watch the Hawaiian dancers tell the story of their ancestors through the art of dance. I could resonate with this very well, just because I used to do cultural dancing as well, so I have a very high appreciation for cultural dancers. Each journey has to eventually come to an end, and unfortunately, the chapter of this story has ended. To celebrate this bittersweet moment, Evan decided to rent a Maserati to drive around the entire island of Oahu and do it all over again one last time. At first, I thought it was a little unnecessary, however, it was definitely worth it. When watching vlogs, reading blogs, and talking to various people, I found there wasn't much information on the northwest part of Oahu, or no one really suggested this part to us. However, we decided to go because it was the only part we didn't visit, and the only part that wasn't on our set itinerary. So when we arrived and saw the gigantic waves and the expert surfers, we knew that this place was our new favorite spot. The water is too dangerous to swim because of the large waves. I was even told by a lifeguard to move back because I was too close. But there are designated swimming areas for those who want to jump in for a refreshing swim. We also noticed the designated hiking trails that we wish we knew about, because if we did, we would have come prepared and definitely went for a hike or two. Giovanni's shrimp truck was recommended by various bloggers. However, unless you're a shrimp connoisseur, I don't recommend driving far just for the shrimp. I'd only suggest to go if you're in the area. It is almost $20 for a plate, so it definitely isn't cheap. However, the waffle sticks were amazing. Evan got Oreos stuffed with Nutella, and me, preferring the savory tastes, I decided to go with the corn dog type with the extra pink hot dog. At first I didn't know why it was so pink, but it does say that it is the style of hot dog. And man, was it delicious. I never thought that I'd say I would enjoy rain when I went on vacation, but being able to see rain in a tropical climate was definitely a surreal feeling. The clouds descending from the skies to just coat the top of the mountains was definitely a beautiful sight to see, and one that I'm so happy I saw. Nearing the end of our trip, we stopped at a lookout point to embrace our last day in Hawaii. Our trip was definitely a memory I will hold dearly for the rest of my life, and I was really happy that I was able to spend it with someone I really cared about. So I am back in Toronto, not in Hawaii anymore, But I just wanted to say thank you so much for watching this video. I'm like really excited for what's to come, and I had so much fun on this trip. Now, I did want to mention some things that I didn't get to talk about in my video. One of them being Marakume Udon is a udon house that is extremely affordable and honestly such a good place to eat if you're on a budget but also really hungry. So I would leave this place in pain. Like, I felt stupid because I would eat so much, but $10, like, and for what? Like everything, like it was actually like insane. And then if you wanted to upgrade, you can get like the $10 bowl, which is like even bigger, and that's still so cheap. So like, why not? I just can't eat that much, but it's actually very filling and extremely tasty. The other thing that I wanted to talk about is Turo. Turo is that app I mentioned in my video. If you are trying to rent a car, because I do recommend renting a car, like you don't want to stay in Waikiki the entire time. There's so much to see on the island of Oahu that you need to like, girl, like you need to go out. Like, don't stay in Waikiki alone. Like, it gets boring. It's just too touristy. You can only do so much. So if you want to go scuba diving, if you want to go to Lanikai Beach, if you want to do any of these things, like you need to like rent a car. How are you gonna do that? Turo. Turo is so affordable, and like honestly, I didn't even know that existed until my boyfriend like told me about it, and I was like, oh, how convenient. I would definitely recommend Turo. I think there's another one called map.me. It is a mapping system that allows you to navigate where you're going without internet. So while we were there, I had no service and I had no internet. I didn't think I really needed it, to be honest, and map.me, if I got that wrong, I will correct myself in the description, but I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. And honestly, that app also saved our lives. Like, you can use this app anywhere, anytime, without any service or any internet, and you can still get around. Foodland is somewhere that I didn't get to talk about in my video. So Foodland was the grocery store that we would go to. Honestly, we had an Airbnb and we wanted a kitchen. You know, we weren't trying to spend tons of money on food. Like, we would obviously go for dinner here and there, but mainly what we wanted to do was to make our food. So we bought like toast and eggs and avocado, and we got tuna because when we'd go on the beach, you know, some beaches you can't just like go and buy food, so we would make tuna sandwiches and eat that. When you're traveling, just travel smart. Like, you don't always have to eat out. Like, if you can save money somehow, do it. Like, I don't understand why people wouldn't. But other than that, that's basically it. So this video is definitely long overdue, but if you stuck through the entire thing, thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel. I am going to be traveling again soon at the end of August, but in between my travel videos, I definitely want to make more fun videos as well for you guys to watch. And yeah, thank you so much again, and like this video and subscribe.